Hello, I am Gabby Ackerman, and I'm delighted to be chatting to Sarah Dutch. Sarah is the Executive Director at JP Morgan Payments based in London. Welcome, Sarah. Perhaps you could start off with a couple of words of introduction.
Hi, Gabby. It's a real pleasure to be here. I am relatively a novice in the payment space, having only been here since 2022, so it's a real pleasure to join you.
Thank you, Sarah. For those of you in our audience who are new to My Career in 6, we'll start with some rapid fire questions, just looking for one word answers, followed by 6 more in-depth questions. Are you ready, Sarah?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Who or what inspires you?
Lots of tiny little daily things like nature, my children.
Do you attribute your success to luck or hard work?
In my case, hard work.
What drives you?
Curiosity.
Favorite quote or motto you live by?
It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but those most adaptable to change.
Darwin. When applying for a new opportunity, what percentage of required attributes do you feel you need to have in order to be confident in your application?
Nowadays, about 40%. In my 20s, probably 95%.
The coolest payments company today?
JP Morgan, obviously. Trick question.
Thank you, Sarah. Now that we know a bit more about you, let's move on to the more in-depth questions about your career journey. What has been your biggest challenge as you climbed the ladder in the payments industry?
Well, as I mentioned, I've only been in payments since about 2022, so I have had some prior experience in other roles. But for me, being in payments in JP Morgan, the best company, there's very stiff competition.
What do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment in your career?
I think having job opportunities come to you now organically, and having people want to come and work with you, and being given the possibility of some really interesting and brilliant projects to be able to work on. I think that's a really proud accomplishment for me.
If there's one thing you could have done differently, what would that have been?
I think there's many things I could have possibly done differently. I wouldn't change any of that, though. I feel like you should learn from all the things that happen to you and accumulate more knowledge, and then be positive and move on.
How important have your networks and connections been in assisting your career in the payments landscape?
So I think they've been absolutely instrumental, a really powerful sponsorship and mentorship, and people who really want to help me and drive my career forward has been a really humbling and a really honest and kind of lovely experience for me.
As a senior female leader, how have you helped shape the culture of your current business?
So I joined JP Morgan's Women on the Move Fast Forward program. And within that, it tells you to set a bold vision. And in that bold vision, I was going to make sure that I could be someone that others could look to and aspire to be like, and make sure that I could help others through that journey. I wanted to kind of set that precedent for others to be able to see someone that they could emulate and be happy to be at work with their children, understanding that mummy goes out and she does a great job.
Fantastic. What advice would you give us aspiring women professionals in this industry?
So I still very much involved in that Fast Forward program. I return year on year to do coaching for maybe sometimes 20 women, sometimes one-on-one. And my advice is always, there are so many different people all feeling exactly the same way. We just don't necessarily talk about it very much. So definitely to be kinder to yourself, to make sure that you strengthen your ability to remove those self-limiting beliefs.
On that very inspiring note, thank you very much, Sarah, for sharing your career journey with us. And thank you all for listening. And I encourage you to join us online for the many more episodes of My Career in 6, where we chat with inspirational leaders from around the world of payments.